my aesthetic has to be very prevalent on the first go. It has to be visually very exciting. It has to be bold. But having said that, it also has to be very practical. So comfort has to be at the forefront. Go with red.
Yeah.
Classic. Pink, red, shades of red, you're good to go. But also, I think more importantly, when you're dressing up for Valentine's Day, it's also going to dictate how the date or your moment with your partner goes, right? It's not just about making a moment, taking pictures for Instagram. That's not the point. The point is that you're out there with your partner, or maybe even alone, you're having a good time. But shoes can make a big difference.
Yeah.
Keep that in mind. Comfort is very, very important. You don't want to be sitting on a date or out there on a date and then being uncomfortable in your shoes. So that's critical. Anything with suede or anything with a very rich classic leather with a finish in brown or black, go for metallic shoes. Flat sneakers are coming back right now. Anything with sandals, open toes is also making a big comeback. Aesthetic comes first. Equally to that, I would say comfort, followed by price.
So your Valentine's Day outfit is perfect, it's cute, but if the shoes are wrong, the date just falls flat, unfortunately. So I'm with Jeetinder Sandhu today, serving Valentine Day shoe essentials so you don't fumble the fit or the vibe. Let's go. Hello, welcome. You have the coolest job, a dream job of any woman. You're a shoe designer. I mean, it's like Carrie Bradshaw's dream come true. How did you get into this? I know your education has been in London, in Rome, in Europe. What inspired you to be a shoe designer?
Firstly, hi Shikha.
Hi.
Thank you so much for inviting me to be a part of your show. So very excited and thrilled to be here. And as you said, yes, this is a dream job, and actually one that I never thought I would be in. Actually,
Okay.
because for me, I wanted to be a fashion designer,
Of course.
and I actually did even get that dream job that I fulfilled and I achieved. But shoes actually was a very happy accident.
Okay.
Like I said, it was never a plan. I never even had a thought that I would be a shoe designer. But whilst creating outfits and garments, I was a menswear designer. I was based in London at that time, and I was doing shows in Europe. And that moved a lot of me like through Europe, through Berlin, Paris, London,
Nice.
and in different cities. And when you're doing a show, you have to do a lot of sourcing for accessories and for other things that go along with the garments. And that was such a nightmare.
Oh, really?
Because, one has to find things that fit the collection. So shoes have to go with the collection that I've designed, be it accessories like jewelry or other items. And after, I think, probably the third show that I was doing in probably Berlin, I think I was just like, this is enough. Let me try and see if I can make shoes myself.
Wow.
And I came back to India, spent 6 months here, found a cobbler, a literal cool guy, literally sits on the corner of a street in Nizamuddin.
Nice.
And he still works there today. He has a shed and he sits there all day, every day, 365 days a year. And I found him. He was very well known. And I sat with him and I went to him the first day and I said, listen, these are my designs. I had done a very basic, classic men's shoe collection. With just a little twist, just to get a little hint of my design, my design ideology into it. And he was very receptive. He was like, okay, we can try and we can make this. And I think that's how the process of shoes for me started, and this love affair and this affection and passion with shoes started because I saw how passionately he used to make shoes for me. And the whole craft of handmade shoes and seeing it firsthand visually happening in front of me over a period of 6 months was something which was very uh, exciting. It was an eye opener for me in a way. And a little to my surprise, I think I found my true passion, which was shoes.
That's amazing.
So that's how the journey started with shoes. And then, of course, uh, I did 2 years of clothing with my brand. And then I realized that I have to be happy. And also, of course, the business has to sustain and survive and grow at the same time. And I took the business decision to stop my clothing line and focus entirely on shoes because there were a few factors. Of course, one was it was doing very well in terms of the response from my clients. People were really liking the fact that they were handmade shoes, they were made in India with my design aesthetics, infused in it. Uh, and of course, I think I felt I found a passion that I didn't know I needed or I had an inkling of. So it was like a happy accident. And
That's amazing.
as a person and an individual myself, uh, I'm very headstrong. So if I like something, I make sure I do whatever I can to achieve it. So there was no looking back. So I put all my eggs in one basket, and literally I was like, let's just do this full
Yeah,
time. And my focus entirely shifted to shoes.
that's amazing.
And I'm so happy.
Well, from a classic men's collection, like you're describing it, your designs now, what I see are so bold, so energetic, unconventional. And can you walk us through what goes on in designing a shoe? How do you conceive of a design and how it comes into that final form which an actual customer can wear?
So, see, there are two things that are very important when I design or work. One is, of course, my aesthetic has to be very prevalent
Hmm.
from the first go.
Hmm.
It has to be visually very exciting, it has to be bold. But having said that, it also has to be very practical.
Hmm.
So, comfort has to be at the forefront.
Hmm.
Because if a design is great, but if it's not comfortable, I've lost the customer.
Obviously.
You'll never wear that shoe again because you'll
True.
always curse me. In the back of your head, you'll be like, "Damn, the shoe was very
Yeah.
uncomfortable." So that's why we've ensured that whatever we do has to have a very good balance.
Hmm.
But when you ask me how this design process goes, the first is, of course, for me, it usually depends and starts with a mood
Hmm.
or a feeling.
Hmm.
And I'm very lucky enough to travel a lot within India and also abroad. And I think it's those experiences of traveling, of experiencing new cultures, new people, making new friends, uh, and not just in design and culture and art, but also in food and other industries. It's this, there's inspiration all around
Hmm.
us. So I have never really sort of put myself or my sort of design process in a box. So for me, it can start with a mood. For example, if I'm even cranky or if I'm upset about
Yeah.
something, it can initiate and start the process of say the creation of a design for me. So that's how it starts. But then, of course, there's a lot of back end work that happens with materials, with material manipulation, making sure that actual uh, silhouette and shape of the shoe is proper, it is technically correct. And so that takes a lot of time.
Hmm.
And what I do is I actually work with individual pieces,
Hmm.
and I have sort of detached myself from the whole concept of collections.
Hmm.
So having done work in menswear, which was spring, summer, and then autumn, winter, I didn't want to do the same calendar. It gets very strenuous and taxing on a designer and a creative person. So I didn't want to have any inhibitions, any restrictions of sort of control on my work or my creativity. So I design pieces, and
Oh, you don't classify them into spring,
no.
summer. Okay.
So we work on individual pieces that then get put together into my catalog that you
Got
see
it.
on my website or see
Yeah.
in my product catalog. Uh, so that has given me a lot of freedom
Hmm.
and flexibility, and I'm not always constantly running after, oh my god, there's this deadline that
Yeah.
I have to complete and I have
Yeah.
not. And I feel whenever it's rushed, personally for me, the outcome is not the best.
Hmm.
I feel each design needs to be given the enough time and enough breathing room, uh, and enough space to for it to be the best.
Hmm.
And I would not put anything out there that's not the best, in my
Hmm.
opinion, and up to my standard, especially for my
Hmm.
clients. So I have, in a way, built my own way of working. And I'm so glad that I actually now only create pieces that are made to order,
Okay.
that are made, so, we don't have any excess stock. And in a way, it's also more sustainable.
Of course. Yeah.
I'm not stuck with, say, a whole collection of, say, 1,000 pieces or whatever it may be. Whereas this way, I can work with a client who wants whichever shoe they like from my catalog. We also sit with our clients and maybe create something, especially one on one with them. So that really opens up a lot of doors. It gives a lot of room for creativity and fluidity to sort of be a part of the process.
What has been your craziest client story? Who's troubled you the most?
You know, I guess I'm very lucky, but trouble to nahi. I wouldn't say anyone has been a problematic client, but we have some very demanding ones for sure. Timelines are often an issue when it comes to, especially with weddings. People often leave shoes to the last
Last
minute.
minute.
Of course, clothes end up being like the main star of the event. So that is a little challenging, especially when it comes to celebrity clients or with actors and musicians. I won't take names, but there have been moments where we've been given, say, we need the shoe today or tomorrow, and that's not how I work. So we've unfortunately had to turn down this,
Work. Yeah.
work that would have been great, but I know how
Weddings
I
are
work.
huge, aren't they?
Yes.
In India, especially. You get a lot of requests for
Yes.
customized shoes for grooms, groomsmen, brides, mother
Yes.
of the bride.
So we're very lucky because India is such a good market with weddings. It's
Mm.
it's a big market, no doubt. And I think our clients, I tell them one thing before they approach us is that just keep an open mind.
Hmm.
We're not here to give you your traditional juttis and
Ah.
mojris and your slip-ons. That's fine, and I respect people who make that. But you've come to us for a reason, and we have a certain aesthetic that we follow with our
Hmm.
brand.
Of
So
course.
we'll suggest the best option for you, but you also have to at the same time have the confidence uh, to be ready to take the plunge and be like, okay, I can actually try and see if how this statement shoe is gonna also complement my outfit
Yeah.
for whatever occasion it may be. So that's something I have to sort of have a little conversation with my clients before, obviously in a very polite way,
Yeah, of
and it's
course.
more of a conversation. But we were lucky. I think people understand that now. We've been working for 13 years, so most of the people we get who come to our store and studio are familiar with our work, have
Hmm.
seen our work, on celebrity clients, on actors, musicians, chefs, for example.
Oh, nice.
So we have,
Now you have to give me some names. Come on.
I would say one of my best clients. I think he'll be very happy to hear this. Is Suresh Saran.
Okay.
He's one of the best celebrity chefs, from India, and he's such a he's a rock star, honestly, and he's really helped me. He's been a mentor also.
Oh,
He's helped a
wonderful.
lot in terms of guiding and supporting the brand, and really putting our name out there. And he has a huge reach,
Mm.
and he's been very, very supportive. And he never has, um, you know, there are problematic clients who say they have so many like briefs, and like you have to get all the pointers right. He's like on the other end of it. He's like, you just make a shoe. If you think it's for me, because he's also very flamboyant, I'm okay.
Oh,
So
nice.
that's why we love working with him as well. It's just that he gives the freedom to experiment and really uh, put Jeetinder Sandhu twist to shoes. And we've done a lot of custom work for him. So I think for me, I think he's one of my
Favorite.
favorite.
That's amazing.
And thank you, Samir. So yes,
Oh, that's fantastic. To have a supportive client who's also like a friend, I think
yes,
that's really, really special. That's
yeah.
fantastic. Okay, Valentine's Day. We all love love, and it's Valentine's Day very soon. I'm wearing my favorite heart earrings, and you're in this gorgeous jacket, also, by the way. Are you also a clothes designer?
Like I said, I used to make clothes,
Yes,
so
so it is obviously.
yes. But
Yeah.
I do have a problem with shopping. So I
Yeah.
I shop a lot, but also I think I have a soft spot with jackets and blazers. So
Nice.
a lot of my pieces I make myself, and I actually love to collect textiles.
Oh, wow.
So whenever I travel, be it within India or even abroad, if I'm in Africa or somewhere else, I make sure that I look at the cultural craft and I see what's special for that region, be it block printing or be kind of embroidery, anything that is very special to the region. I try and get a piece of that and make it either part of my own wardrobe or be a part of my collection.
Nice.
So in my work, I actually upcycle a lot of textiles
Right.
and make shoes from that. And what
Oh, okay.
gives me the benefit is that our clients only get very special, unique shoe, which is a 101. So if, for example, there's a print on a fabric, that no two clients will have the same
Same
placement and
print,
same
yeah.
print. And it's a small batch, so I can make maybe say 5, 10, 15 pairs maximum, and then it's sold out.
Yeah.
So it's more sustainable as well.
Wonderful.
And It's also more closer and personal in the sense that that piece of fabric or cloth has so much more value.
Yeah, absolutely.
We even have clients who get their pieces from their trousseau or something that's handed
Oh,
down
okay.
from their grandparents or great grandparents, and it's just lying around in their wardrobes or in their trunks. Best to take it out and give it a fresh life.
Yeah, use it for something.
But of
Yeah.
course, in the most reasonable way, of course, and you don't want to disrespect a
Yeah, of course.
memory.
Yeah.
So we are very, very careful in that. But coming down to your question on Valentine's Day, very
Yes,
excited.
we have to do five
Five.
topics for Valentine's Day. What shoes should women and men be wearing on Feb 14th?
Okay, so I think my advice would be going to all people and all genders because we as a brand don't distinguish
Yes,
between. We're a
absolutely.
very, very fluid brand, and so my first advice would be, of course, a no-brainer. Go with red,
Yeah,
classic.
classic.
Pink, red, shades of red, you're good to go. Um, but also, I think more importantly, when you're dressing up for Valentine's Day, it's also going to dictate how the date or your moment with your partner goes,
Right.
right? It's not just about making a moment and with your, just being taking pictures for Instagram. That's not the point. The point is that you're out there with your partner or maybe even alone, you're
Yeah,
having a good time, but shoes can make a big
yeah.
difference. So keep that in mind. Comfort is very, very important. You don't want to be sitting on a date or out there on a date and then being uncomfortable in your shoes. So make sure you have tried your shoes before,
Yeah,
have broken them in, and you are comfortable and you should know that you'll be able to wear them for hours, at least 3 to 4 hours.
yeah,
So that's critical. Um, so red is one. Anything classic, you cannot go wrong. So basic black patent shoes, anything with suede, or anything with a very rich classic leather with a finish in brown or black or with a little bit of patina on it, you're good to go.
okay.
Sometimes safer is better,
Yeah,
but also keep in mind who you would know yourself better than
yeah,
I would or
yeah.
anyone else would. So if pick your shoes according to your personality
Hmm.
trait and also according to your partner. If you feel your partner doesn't want to be too much out there or does not want to be you know you don't want to overpower your partner for one day, keep it simple.
Yeah,
Take your partner also into consideration because it's very important.
of course. Yeah.
And if both of you are crazy like I am, then my third advice would be go for like metallic shoes.
Oh,
Metallic
nice.
is again like a no-brainer. You cannot go wrong. All you have to do is just wear them, and you may be wearing a simple black dress or a black blazer, pantsuit. All you need is shoes, metallic ones, and you are good to go.
Yeah, those would look cool.
It's the easiest shoe to actually wear, in my opinion.
Okay.
And I give that advice to my clients otherwise also. It's like you don't want to make an effort, just
Metallic
get these
shoes.
metallic shoes and you're good to go.
Good to go.
Yeah. And third, I would say my next advice would be probably a statement shoe, like any
Mm.
kind of platforms, statement heels. And nowadays we have so many different unique shapes that are out there
Yeah.
with platforms, with unique colors and shapes that are coming out. So if you really want to go into a little more daring space, then you can try with that. So I think
Nice.
these are a few pointers
Pointers.
that you should follow when it comes to Valentine's. But more importantly, have fun
Yes.
and make sure you're comfortable and it's done sort of in a proper way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, my next question for you would be, apart from a Jeetinder Sandhu design, what other five shoe designers should be in every woman's closet this year? What should we shop for?
I would say try Indian designers first of all, because and of course some of the best shoe brands are from abroad. We all know them.
Hmm.
But try Indian. There are quite a few of us out there. Apart from me, I would say try shoes from Banjaran. They are doing some great work when it comes to some great craftsmanship on the shoe with their prints and colors. They're very nice. Try Chal shoes. They're again also a very good brand, I feel, in my opinion. And abroad, I would say international designers, nothing beats, in my personal opinion, Prada.
Mm-hmm.
I am a sucker for those shoes. Like I've been a fan of their work and I have a few pieces of my own.
Nice.
So, and I know the craftsmanship that's gone into them.
Hmm.
So perfect for that. And lastly, for men, I feel Berluti is a one brand that I feel is very underrated as well.
Mm,
Very technically sound shoes. You'll be very comfortable in them, and
okay.
they really bring a good mix of tech advanced, materials and soles combined with very traditional craftsmanship
Nice.
in shoemaking. So that's a very good harmonious balance, I feel.
Okay.
So for men, definitely Berluti.
So now, it's start of a new year. I'm sure there are many design trends which you are seeing or foreseeing. What can we look forward to this year? What are the trends you're watching out for?
We're seeing a lot of suede.
Okay.
That's coming back like big time. But I feel you
Did
have to.
suede ever go out?
It keeps going in and out,
Yeah.
but right now it's very much in. But also keep in mind that we're in India and we're a very dusty country, so
Yeah.
be very careful where you wear your suede shoes. Um, Flat sneakers are coming back right now. People are not preferring the chunky shoes anymore, so
Okay.
it's more about very flat, simple, sleek back, simple suede shoes or sneakers. They are very much in right now, and anything with sandals, open toes is also making a big comeback.
Okay.
So keep a lookout for those.
Okay. So, as a brand, what is most important to you? Sustainability or just great design aesthetic, price? What do you like look for the most when you're designing something?
Again, I have paved my own way, and I work in my own way
Mm,
of running a business. But most importantly, I would say aesthetic comes first.
mm,
Equally to that, I would say comfort, followed by price.
mm,
Because I know my clientele is not going to be having any problems when I price it at a certain target
mm,
pricing. Uh, they are familiar with my pricing, they know how much it is
mm,
worth, and they value that. So that is never really something that I am too worried about from the start. What matters to me is, of course, making sure that the Jeetinder Sandhu aesthetic, which is maybe probably bold, which is maybe a little too expressive, uh, intense with colors or with silhouettes, exaggerated
yeah, but
silhouettes.
you celebrate gender fluidity,
Exactly.
so that's amazing. Yeah.
So those key factors
Hmm.
and pointers are always there for me,
Hmm.
but then having a good balance with comfort. And
Hmm.
I'm very lucky enough to have a great team with very technically sound knowledge uh, to actually be able to accomplish that.
Hmm.
I myself am trained in shoemaking,
Hmm.
so I know what it goes behind, making a really comfortable shoe. So it may, a lot of my products and some of my clients actually even say this, that when they see something on the website or they see something on Instagram, um, given that I create shoes that look very heavy,
Okay.
they look bulky or they look a little exaggerated, people already assume that it's going to be heavy and
Heavy
uncomfortable.
and uncomfortable.
But it's actually the opposite and contrary to that, because I have done so much research in terms of materials and making
Hmm.
sure that it's actually a very light shoe. So when we have clients coming into our studio and actually trying on the shoe or picking up a shoe on on the rack, they're like, "Oh, I was not expecting that."
Yeah.
So that is something that is very important, is that you have to make sure it's comfortable.
Comfortable. Yeah. So that is a trend which will obviously stay, that comfort over
It
everything
never
else. It
goes,
never
it'll
goes.
never go out of
Yeah.
trend.
Okay, people, I think your clients, you've designed for clients all over the world. What has the, I think, does global reception, is it different from how Indians perceive your work? Have you seen a difference with how people in Europe, say, approach your work than how people in India approach your work? Or is it become pretty global now? It's become pretty flat, the structure.
There is definitely a distinction
Hmm.
when it comes to approach.
Hmm.
So when I had started my work, especially with shoes, I think it was much more easier to say convince or get clients from Europe, from Southeast Asia, from the US. I say that because I feel they are a lot more experimental, or at least at that stage. This is, I'm talking about maybe 2014, 15. Having said that, at the same time, the Indian market has changed so much
So much, yeah.
in the 13 years of my working. And I have noticed that shift happening.
Hmm.
Clients are a lot more receptive to new ideas. They're a lot more experimental, especially men,
Hmm.
because initially when I started, my work was predominantly menswear,
Hmm.
and then it shifted to uh, all the categories and
Hmm.
all the genders.
Hmm.
So I have seen that shift happen now, and I'm very happy to see that now the Indian clientele is also actually almost at par when it comes to design
Hmm.
ideology, thinking, awareness as any market in the world, I would
Hmm.
say. People are more familiar thanks to Instagram and so much more, the web has absolutely exploded. So people are so active and aware of what's happening,
Hmm.
say, in Paris or in Milan or
Hmm.
any other country, because everyone is on their phones now.
Yeah.
So people have the knowledge of what's happening or who's coming out with what and when. Uh, and they also want to try and be a part of that.
Hmm.
And travel has become so much more easier and common
Easier.
now.
Yeah.
So people can easily travel to Europe, or China or Southeast Asia and get a taster of all these brands doing
Hmm.
some very cool stuff.
Yeah.
And why not try it when it's already happening in your own country? So if it's available in a domestic market and someone like me is doing the kind of
Hmm.
work which I have always kept at a very global um, aesthetic, I have not designed for, say, an Indian market or for, say, a US market differently or for a Europe market differently. For me, when I design for a person who can shop here or can
Got it.
shop anywhere.
Anyway.
Because that's also who I am as a
Yeah.
person. I am Indian, but I have traveled and lived in many different parts of the world. I've never been, stuck or been in one part for a very long
Very
time.
long time.
I'm a traveler, and that has been very much evident in my own work
Hmm.
as well.
Yeah.
So, travel stories have been a very strong part of the way I work, and it translates to anything I create.
Okay.
So,
So what does the future hold for you? What are you currently working on? Any collaborations or any new shoes we should look out for? What does the this next 1 year look like for you?
definitely, we're working on a new pieces and new designs constantly. Every month, we do try and put out a few designs. But in terms of collaborations, definitely, I want to explore a lot more I want to diversify basically. So, of course, keeping shoes as the main sort of focus. I'm not going to divert from that for sure. That's going to be my main highlight. But I do want to experiment and explore other, industries. So it could be something in food, it could be something in beverages, it could be something in art or something in culture, travel, maybe even. And I want to see if I can collaborate on any new interesting projects. So I'm always on the lookout for that.
Of course.
Um, and apart from that, we're trying to get into a little more and deeper into Europe.
Okay.
So forming partnerships and working with people there, working with stores there. So that's on the forefront for me to start those this year.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. All the best with everything, and it was great having you. Thank you so much for
Thank
coming
you.
on the Shikha Mishra show.
It was lovely. Thanks.
Great. Shoes speak before you do. Huge thanks to Jeetinder Sandhu for saving Valentine's Day. One shoe, one fit at a time. Choose wisely because romance is watching.